What's up, guys? We're back for another $1 Million Listing in Los Angeles after show on AFTERBUZZ.TV. We're recapping Season 9, Episode 10, Surf and Turf. Was there a proposal? And there's already drama in Malibu. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Hey.
Is this your song?
This is my song.
This is your jam?
Wait.
Dirty Diana, what?
I was waiting for just that part because she gets so excited.
So prompt.
Welcome back, everybody, to the $1 Million Listing Los Angeles After Show on AFTERBUZZTV.com. I'm your host, Shannon. You can find me on Twitter at Miss Airy Baby. And joining me tonight, to my left,
I'm Nick Mardi, and you can find me everywhere at NickMardi13. Pretty much, yeah. It's always the same.
There we go. And if you notice, sitting next to Nick, we have a familiar face. If you remember from a couple episodes ago, I like to give a little introduction, so please bear with me for a second. Utilizing her savvy social media marketing and multi-level advertising resources and unwavering negotiation skills, this agent is one to have on your side. Simply put, she's not your grandmother's agent.
Nope.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce my co-worker,
Yes.
Angela Scott.
Yay for me, yay for you, girl.
Yay. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so we saw you a couple episodes ago, as I mentioned, at the West Craven house.
Yeah, if you blinked, you may have missed me. It was like a full 7 seconds of glory.
I was gonna say, but we didn't miss that folder, though.
I know! I got to drop the folder on the end scene, too. It was like, oh, there's my folder.
Yep. So, I had to give her a little shout out.
No, of course, I understand.
Here.
Hey, if I had a little glimpse or anything on that show, I'd be like, I was there. I was there. Did you see that Broker's open? I was there.
You'd like reblog, retweet that.
Every
clip.
time we have them come in, I'm like, are the cameras with you? Hey, I'm here. I can be a real estate agent. I can pretend.
That's me. That's me.
We'll get on there one day, though.
Yeah.
One day we'll all be at an open house together or something. But let's start with the show. We're back at Londonderry with Josh Altman, the beautiful home with the wonderful pool and the scary glass steps.
Yes, those steps. Those steps and me have some history.
I was gonna say, did you want to provide some commentary on that?
Yeah, so when we went and saw that house together, actually, and it's stunning, but like there's stairs everywhere, and I literally almost died because like I went to take a step and I thought it was still level because a lot of them are glass and it's like a wood, glass, indoor, outdoor kind of flow, and I literally almost tumbled down the stairs and I was like braced myself. Partially my own fault, because I think I might have been filming for Snapchat, but
that's a possibility.
I also put it off on the developer. Hey, I need some lighting or some cushion or
frost
something.
or something in there.
Yeah, let me know, like, step is coming.
Yeah.
I think we all feel a certain way about those steps. I know Chris wasn't into the steps.
Right.
I like the steps-ish. I'm like indifferent.
I mean, as long as you are aware of your footing, it's okay. And I'm sure if you live there for a long period of time, it's just like any other home. You can walk around with your eyes closed in the dark. You know the ins and outs, but...
You gotta have hazard lights on for guests.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what it was. It was like almost rolled down the stairs, and, you know, I hope they had really good insurance. I may have owned that house had I fallen down the stairs. Maybe I had to go back and fall down those stairs again.
Yeah, speaking of... could have owned it. It wasn't selling.
Yep.
It had been 6 weeks on the market.
I mean, look, with that house, it's beautiful. It, you know, has a lot of appeal. The indoor outdoor flow again is like super in here in Los Angeles. But the problem is, it's on this crazy hill. It's right off of Sunset, right?
Location,
which is, you know, it's beautiful. You can get great views out there, but the parking sucks. A lot of times you're going to hear a lot of the traffic and that nightlife, the partiers and everything. But parking on that hill, what's the point of having a party house if there's nowhere to park for your guests to come? You can have one car come to your house. So everyone, they better be like clowns and they can all pile in like 20 people in one car. Or you're going to have the like boringest party ever.
Or spending $17 million, you can probably afford a valet.
I was gonna say,
park it around the
some
corner.
of those houses usually,
this is true.
with the big, parties in the hills or wherever else, a lot of them have shuttle service.
That's
so they park at the bottom and there's
true.
always shuttles. So
Those bougie people.
and it's a bougie place, it's like $16 million, $17 million. So
I guess.
And Elon wanted 20.
Yep.
So
he wanted 20 because of what people were telling him. He wouldn't have gone for 20, I think, had he not just been reinforced that thought. Like, people been like, oh, it is 20. Then he would have moved with the Josh Altman, but because of everyone, he was like, you know what?
I agree. That's a problem when people get in your client's head. or Zillow gets in your client's head. Can I say that? Can you drop that?
Speak some truth.
It is. Your price of your house, Zillow cannot determine. Maybe in an area where the land is flat and a lot of the houses are pretty much the same. Here in Los Angeles, one house is you cannot compare properties very much. And it's really hard for Zillow to factor in, you know, the incline of your house or how old it is, or, you know, has it been remodeled or anything like that. So don't take those Zillow quotes so to heart.
Only take truly a quote.
Oh,
that's what you're trying to say.
I gotta go.
That's what you're saying.
But it did turn out okay because Josh ended up getting an offer on the home with Tracy, who also worked in his office.
Right. Tracy was killing it. Tracy's outfit, I mean, as soon as she popped on, I was like, oh my God, her outfit. And she drives a Porsche. I don't know. I can't get over that. Fashion and real estate. You got to put them together.
When she stepped out, she had literally #boss. I sound like such a teenager. #boss.
No, it was a #boss moment.
She was.
100% #boss.
And
Go Tracy.
And she was boss in her negotiation skills too.
She was.
Yeah.
She was like, take it or leave it. Boom.
Yeah.
Love that.
But then once again, Altman got what he wanted. We only got a teaser of it, but she comes back and is like, okay, we went around the neighborhood. He didn't see anything else he really liked.
This is true.
So
the almonds tend to get what they want. I mean, they just do. That's what happens when you get that level of success.
Right.
You know?
Or the level of success where you have a representative. You don't even have to see the house.
Girl, I'm
waiting.
waiting.
We were talking about that a little bit too.
I'm waiting for that day when I can just send someone and be like, yeah, just go pick me out some stunning place. I don't care. Just send me the paperwork. I'll sign on the dotted line.
Yeah, when he goes, oh, if I like it, then my boss will like it. I was like, and the thing is, for these representatives, their boss, this is their second or third or fourth home.
Exactly.
And they're probably not even going to live in it. Like one of them was saying, I forgot who exactly it was.
Just parking their money.
Yeah, they were saying they're just putting their money, pocketing it in different areas in LA and just going to flip it in a year and a half. Like Tracy, that was Tracy's client. So she was like, she doesn't care.
No, not at all.
Oh yeah, because they asked how much it would be for rent, and they said $175,000 a month.
Short term.
Can you imagine?
Could you?
Who does that?
Rich people?
Call me. Yeah, if you're willing to do that, you can go ahead and give me a call. I would love to do that lease for you in a heartbeat. Oh,
yeah, that's incredible.
Serious dollars.
$170,000 a month. That's like the type of places where like several celebrities rent it out for like a party, and then like those types of houses that you always see. Or, oh my God, I don't even know. I just got lost in my train of thought thinking about that. I was like,
it rains money in there.
Yeah, it does.
You know, like you turn on the shower and it's just like, money.
That shower, that big nice shower.
It was fabulous.
But I feel like, and not to go off on a side note, but I feel like when we saw that house, we didn't get the full view. I don't remember seeing that shower. Because I would remember that.
I don't remember seeing that shower either.
I agree.
But I remember the rooftop patio there was insane. You really did have immaculate views of the whole entire city, and the flow of it. There was like the outdoor heaters, the outdoor range tops where you can cook out there. There was everything from couches to beds to like fireplace. It was you could live just on the rooftop.
That's what Josh was saying. He was saying you literally you named our exact client. You know, 40-year-old bachelor. Rich guy, looking to have a party every night.
Yep.
Well, and
that's
there's
the
glass
house
everywhere, so I like to think when there's glass everywhere, especially the shower, that's a bachelor pad. I mean, I don't. This may be bad to say, but an older lady is not trying to shower with glass all around her. She's like, build me
We're
some
in LA.
walls.
We're in LA. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's true. There are plastic surgeons. There's tons of plastic. You nip and tuck it, and then you can shower with all glass walls. I don't know. It's not for me though. I'm trying to hide behind some tile or something.
Yeah.
Put a curtain up for me.
But moving on to Josh Flagg's house, speaking of remodeling or changing things up.
Speaking of
or tearing down.
Got him. That was really stupid, but it was right.
That house built by John Wolfe, who was a famous architect back in, I believe Josh said, the 50s, or around that time.
Before our time, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that house was a sight to behold. Just that one bathroom, it looked like a peacock feathers in there.
The green.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I thought of sewage. I mean, I like the color of it, but it looked like grime to me, like a grime color, if that makes sense. Like
I
that.
don't know what it is. Back in the day, they like really bombarded. Yeah. Now it's like, give us a nice accent wall. Like that green in one little strip, could be a really elegant like backdrop, but like, to be attacked.
Like one of the
experts.
experts said, he said that Wolf wanted it to be very set design, each room. So, I mean, that's why I think it went above and beyond and kind of, like, different each room, because he wanted it to be like a set, something extravagant, something bright, something colorful, and catches the attention not just in the whole house, but I mean each room is different.
Yeah.
I did like the accent of the hidden outlets. That was very nice.
A note of that exactly. Like that hidden outlet, I'm like, oh, why can't we all have hidden outlets? Is you only get that if you get the Wolf House? You know, what's the deal here?
I don't know. I mean,
I've never
probably
seen that before.
No, never.
Ever.
But it's kind of inconvenient because it comes off. Like, and you might put it
True.
somewhere and forget about it.
Oh, that's me.
And then it's still
in
exposed
the junk
anywhere.
drawer until you move out like 20 years later, and you're like, oh, there's that piece.
Yeah.
Once I'm okay not losing my headphones, I think I'll move on to the outlet. Then I'll be more responsible and I can move on to
Do
something
you
else.
lose your headphones a lot?
I lose everything.
I mean, they're attached to your head. How do you lose them?
When you put them in your pocket, you think you put them in your pocket, then in your
And they
backpack,
fall
and you're like,
out,
oh
yeah.
no, I think I left them in my room. Not in your room. Where are they? At a friend's house. Okay, not at the friend's. I never had headphones, I guess.
Oh my goodness. Okay. We'll have to like
That's right, man.
we'll zip tie them to you.
I might have to do that.
Yeah.
One of those
Yeah.
clip-on.
Yeah.
And then you'll buy the house, and then you'll zip tie the wall piece to your arm, just
There you
so
go.
you know that it's
I don't
always
lose any
there.
outlets.
The new
Yeah.
bracelet.
Doing a plug, yeah. Just so let me open my jacket real quick. And I have an assortment.
Somebody will follow it.
Exactly.
All
Probably.
it takes is one person in
Trendsetter.
LA. Yeah.
Trendsetter.
But something that we didn't get to see this week, sad.
I know. I
was
was really
Josh's
looking
proposal.
Forward. I was looking forward to it.
Hyping it up.
They're
and then
really
just letting us down.
They're really hyping it up. They're like playing it like the slow play. Like, oh, give it. I want to see what's gonna happen. Although I'm gonna cry my eyes out.
Yeah.
I was telling you, thank God it wasn't this week because I would be like, oh yeah, it's so beautiful.
We would have been like, we need an extra second,
yeah,
guys.
sorry, I need a moment and some tissue.
Because I know the girls during Josh Flagg's Altman's wedding was these girls were all about
Stunning.
it. I was about it, you know.
It was
But these
stunning,
girls
though.
were about it.
Well, yeah, I mean, girls love weddings.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just couldn't say that because then it's 2016. Everyone complains. Everyone's gonna be like, Nick, you can't say that.
I'm not very politically correct.
Oh, yeah. That's what she's not your grandmother's agent,
I'm not
people.
your grandmother's
She's
agent,
not.
but I don't mean anything
But
offensively.
the showering,
it
yes,
just-
is like a grandmother, not the bachelor
but that's like, you know.
Ah,
I can't. I have no explanation. I can. Sorry.
but I'm just sad.
I
that we
know.
didn't get to see it.
I know. It's going to be really good. Although, do you think it's a little rushed?
Oh, we've talked about that a
Yeah.
couple times. Burnt pancake, first pancake. I don't remember what we called it, but
Because there is a term like there. It's like the in between. You know, typically
Rebound.
the rebound. But like, I mean, they're really cute together.
yeah.
I want it to be love, but you never know what's going to happen. I mean, look at Angelina and Brad. We really thought that was true love.
I mean, but
I mean,
Just to talk
I always
about that
thought he was
for-
Brangelina.
Brangelina.
I was always with that team.
I was with that team. Now we
was-
can't even reference them anymore.
Yeah,
it's just
I
like
know.
just depressing.
but I'm warming up to Bobby. I will say.
Wait,
because
Bobby. Yes.
Who do you think I was
I
talking
was
about?
like, wait, Angelina has a new
We jumped
boyfriend
into
named Bobby?
E-News. We got into E-News real quick.
I'm trying to bring it back.
Bring it back. Okay.
But I am warming up to him because he's writing Josh notes, and he even in the steam in the shower, like.
Can
They're
I
just little
please
cute
find a man
things.
that does that? Like puts hearts in the shower for me?
Oh, we got some competition for you.
Yeah.
You're always trying to put it
I'm
out
always
there
trying
for
to plug
the.
myself that I'm single, trying to find someone. I mean,
Single
look at us both.
and looking.
We have hashtag plug yourself.
Yeah,
just,
it's called
just so you
hashtag
know.
plug yourself.
So
That's me.
We
yeah.
play a little bit of the Bachelor, Bachelorette on here too.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
yeah,
Find me a
something
bachelor.
to keep in mind.
Yeah.
You never know. But to get to the wedding, you gotta be a bachelor. You gotta have or bachelorette.
Yeah.
You gotta have the proposal. You gotta go through all those steps, and we're
Yeah.
seeing Josh actually starting to plan it. He's talking to the Four Seasons in France.
I mean, that's how it's supposed to be
just
done.
raise the bar, why don't you?
Right?
There you go, Nick. Next step is yours.
Yeah, let me just let alone hold hands with someone like, then we'll move on from there. Like I'm not doing 4 seasons. Get out of here. If you deserve it. If
But
you
I'm happy for him. He seems happy.
He does seem happy.
Yeah.
I mean, and he did kind of seem like he was not as happy towards the end of the last relationship, although we love Colton. Love Colton. But he, you know, sometimes you just need something new, the next chapter in your life. And I think they probably spent a lot of really great years together. Now it's time to grow and move on a little bit.
And he definitely seems like he has.
I mean,
He's ecstatic. look, he's already proposing. His family's on board. They're happy with it too.
He seems
no one's
really
against
happy.
it.
He seems really happy. And it's, being that Bobby's in the same business,
Yeah.
they'll understand each other's
Exactly.
schedules.
Yep.
And it seems like they both maybe have similar bank accounts, so no one has to play the daddy role.
That's true.
So they're kind of like compatible, even partners, which might be like refreshing for him. Mm-hmm. Not to say Colton was broke. but
Oh no, Colton was what he did, like interior design
Yeah.
or something. So
Yeah.
he was probably good in that as well.
Yeah.
I
Like
wasn't
money
sure.
wise.
That's right. He was. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
But speaking of partners,
Partners.
I love my segues.
Oh.
So Madison, James, and David
Yes.
had an opportunity
Yeah.
to partner up in Malibu,
Oh.
and that didn't go so hot in the beginning.
Yeah,
was hot and
co-listing is
cold.
hard.
Yeah.
It's a hard one, especially Madison really does have the upper hand in Malibu. There's no way around it. We
Yeah.
all know him as the Malibu agent. But can I call them the Brits? The Brits?
Yeah.
Yeah, then you know who I'm talking about, both of them. They're more of our area, Beverly Hills and all that jazz. And that's great that they want to expand. I mean, there is no limit, like work hard, get out there, whatever. But to co-list is really, really hard. And what does that really do for the client? In my opinion, I don't think that they need to co-list. Madison has access to the Brits email. So if the Brits actually have a buyer for that property and they get the email saying, hey, this property's just come on the market, are they not going to bring their client there because they didn't, they're not the listing agent? No.
That makes sense. That's a good way of saying it too. I mean, I guess it just comes down to what the seller wants to do.
That's
you
exactly.
brought up a good point, but let's face it,
They're
it's
always
whatever
the boss.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it's whatever they want. And sometimes they don't listen or understand. And you just
Like
have to-
Elon that we just saw,
Right.
not to jump forward
Exactly.
too much,
Yeah.
but he wants what he wants. And
You-
Josh Altman was getting so frustrated, but it's
yeah.
what the seller wants. So
He
once again,
laid it on him. What did he say? He was like,
It's customer
I'm the
service,
customer,
yeah.
you're the service.
Oof.
And it was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, that was a blow.
a little jab there. Ouch.
But I did like the fact that while we were watching, both you, Angela, and Nick were seeing both sides of it. You saw it from Madison's point of view, and you saw it from David and James's point of view.
Right.
How you can understand why David and James want to break into Malibu.
100%.
But you can also understand why Madison's like, well, this
He's
is
the
This is my
king.
territory.
Yeah.
I mean, I had that happen myself. I had a listing in Lakewood, and the agents were like, you're a Beverly Hills agent. What the heck are you doing
Yeah.
out here? And I'm like, I have a listing out here. It just worked out that way, and it was a friend's grandmother, although I'm not your grandmother's agent. I did sell a grandma's house, but that's okay. So
Yeah, you can sell that. I mean,
I can sell their houses. I'm just not their agent. I
Yeah.
worked for her grandson, so it made a
There
little
you go.
more sense.
There you go.
Yeah. So, I mean, you do, as an agent, take properties. You're not going to turn down a listing,
Yeah.
but you take properties that are maybe a little outside of your area, and that's just growing. Why wouldn't you want to do that? But at the same time, I can understand where the agents from that area are like, come on, it's slim pickings here.
Yeah.
Sometimes we want that listing.
Yeah,
So-
don't step on our feet.
Exactly.
so if Jerry, I'll ask you a question. If Jerry wasn't so adamant about the co-list, do you think Madison would have just walked away? He wouldn't have fought to be the sole listing agent?
I mean, that's a hard one to say because he has the seniority in the business to be able to probably walk away, and I think he knows his worth, and he knows what he's capable of. But at the same time, again, who's going to walk away from a listing? And if that's what the client wants, and you have an opportunity to be in on it, why would you walk away from that? You
Right.
know, like, pennies add up, so if you're sharing a commission or even sharing the spotlight, it all adds up, so it's worth it in my book. But ask me again when I'm at Madison's
Right.
stage in the game, I might be like, meh.
Nick, from a non-agent perspective, do you think Madison, or I'll take it away from Madison, do you think an agent would have gotten to a point if it wasn't the listing agent, the seller pushing it on him, do you think he would have walked away?
I still think you would have taken it.
Okay.
I still think you would have taken it, but then you would still have a little bit of pushback with the co-listing agent to say, "Hey, I'm the real king around here.
Right.
I did it for the seller, but not for you."
Right.
Because, James made Madison say we're bringing 50%, right? And so Madison said yes, reluctantly. But I feel like Madison's still like, who really runs Malibu.
I mean,
But
he
then-
kind of said that.
He did,
He's like, I
yeah.
don't need you, multiple times.
Yeah.
Multiple times.
Okay, we get it.
But once again, I feel like they both brought amazing value to the property, so I don't think anyone is actually right. They both have their cases that
Right.
are completely okay, but they're gonna get this house sold. Even the chances are even higher of getting sold faster.
Yeah.
I know it's going to get sold, but faster.
Right.
International, Beverly Hills, and now you have Malibu. So.
Right.
And Nick, you were asking earlier about the price. That price came in, they decided at $9,888,000, and you were saying that it seemed kind of low. And Angela and I were basically explaining that the further you are away from the beach,
Right.
The less expensive the houses become, because that beachfront property
Right.
is like that
Exactly.
desirable.
Yeah. Just a huge property. That's why I thought that.
It's stunning, and it is huge. But again, do you remember the tunnel? In order to get to the sand, you have to like go through some real shady tunnel
that
and
was creepy,
potentially
yeah.
lose your
you have to
life.
go under PCH, yeah.
Does that person who spends that kind of money ever go under a tunnel
No,
like that?
probably
I
not.
love tunnels, but I'm not even trying to walk through some shady tunnel. I'm good.
And we don't know exactly how far it is. Like it could be a
It
mile.
seemed like
you know?
a little bit of a drive.
Yeah,
when
it
they were
really
going
did.
on that time lapse, it looked pretty like long.
Yeah.
No, it did. It did.
But I thought it
So-
was cool actually when one of the potential buyers and agents said that we might want to turn this into a rehab at
So we're living
$40,000
facility.
a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I think you make your money back quick.
Really
Yeah.
quick. I mean, what is it? Passages Malibu or something
Yeah.
like that?
Oh, that's
I mean, that's I want to like get a drug problem. I swear to God.
Oh my
Like, it sounds like the best vacation ever.
Hey, at 40,000, if you can do that for a vacation,
I mean, can I
That's the
start a
question.
Kickstarter
Who do
and
you-
like
Kickstarter to afford the drugs that you
Well,
want.
no.
no to afford the rehab?
Oh,
No, I was gonna say now.
I was like,
you know,
what?
people go to rehab for like exhaustion. You don't even have to do drugs.
Kanye.
See? So
True.
I'm so tired.
she doesn't want to be.
go to Passages Malibu.
She's not your grandmother's agent, but she doesn't want to be a drug addict either. Let's just say
I
that.
really don't. So
You get
yeah.
t-shirts
Oh my
made
gosh,
now.
someone's gonna clip that song. It's like
Yeah.
I want to be. No, I'm not even gonna repeat it now.
No, it's
That's
already
me.
there now.
I say the darndest things.
I just pictured the little kids like, man, that's the darndest things.
Yeah, but that's Angela.
goodness, that
for
is
you.
me, yeah.
But I did like that house in Malibu though. It was pretty great.
You could like get lost on that property. It's huge. So
Oh, that's the one that has the tennis/basketball court.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You could like look down, just like really feeling like you have a kingdom there.
There's lots of workouts that you could probably get in on that court.
I'd
Nick,
be excited about that, yeah.
Yeah.
Any house with a court or close to the gym, I'm happy about.
There you go.
That's my life.
So you have Londonderry, which is close to Equinox.
There you go.
You have the house in Malibu, which has the court. You know.
I just know everything's popping on that street. You know, that's why there's Equinox right there. Then at night you have all the bars and the clubs and the restaurants. That's why I love that property so much. And probably because I am single and I know I could throw the coolest things going on. Even if I was alone, I would just turn up the music and play
Just
video
dance
games.
around.
Like, I'd be such a nerd with that house or whatever. I don't even know.
You just run from room to room.
Yeah,
You're like, now I can see out this window. Now I can see out the
I'd
right.
be a 25-year-old home alone, like Macaulay Culkin. I'd
Wait,
be
like Tom Cruise when he like slides in his
Yeah,
socks and is
that'd be
like
my
just
life.
he's like rocking out in there.
that'd easily be what I would be doing.
Yeah.
I can see it.
I don't see a problem with that. Do you ladies? Hashtag plug him.
Nick Mardi 13.
Yeah, I got one in, except it wasn't for myself, but that's okay. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it in terms of the episode, unless you had, sorry, some other items. Angela, I know you were taking some good notes.
My notes though are more like Josh Flagg's crisp white shirt with the blue pinstripes. That outfit is like that opening outfit.
You're getting at an angle that we haven't discussed before. So I
Again,
like
back
it.
to the
Style point.
the fashion
Yeah.
and the real estate mixed together. I also had a little note about I don't understand what's going on with the suits these days. I see yours very finished. I love this suit. A lot these days, I don't know if you can see, they show the stitching right here.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like it
Pig
looks
stitching.
like the tailor didn't finish his job. I
It's a
know
different
that's
look.
like
It's
the
like
in
it's like
thing right
unlined.
now.
It's like unlined in your jacket. You know how you can have like lined or not lined? Like mine's lined. You see?
I need it to be complete. It just seems like the job's not done.
It's a
like
different
you're about to
style.
like chalk it up.
It's
on
called
there,
pick
you
stitching.
know?
Pick stitching.
Pick stitching.
Yeah.
Not
So
to
it,
be
like, shows
confused with
little
the
pick
app.
stitching.
But it
Not the
doesn't
Pick
look.
Is it
Stitch
pick
app.
stitching? Oh, I didn't know that.
I
For
just
like
don't think
collages.
it looks good.
Yeah, I
I
know
don't
what you're
like
talking
it.
about.
Oh, Pick
I don't have
Stitch.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I use
not to
that.
be confused with
Yeah,
that one.
no, different. But yeah, I don't like that. So a lot of my notes are really about the fashion.
Good angle.
And that I really think it's sweet that Bobby makes hearts in the shower, you know. But I don't know.
But speaking of suits, I do want to mention, and I probably have mentioned it here before, every time James wears that suit that blue suit and is straight to camera, his eyes are just like puddles. Like those are the bluest eyes I think I've ever
Didn't
seen.
you have them in here?
Yeah.
Were his
Yeah.
eyes that like stunning in person?
You know what? He was wearing a white shirt.
And
Or
they
was it?
didn't
No,
pop
it was a
It was
blue
denim.
shirt.
It was like a very light denim
It was a
shirt.
denim shirt. But I guess he didn't have the right lighting. Or I was just so focused on like talking about
Executing.
the
You were
talking
talking
about
about
the
Yeah.
episode.
I like the scruff thing that they've got going on now.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know if
I need
you've
to grow
seen the
some
episode.
scruff now.
Scruff is sexy.
Okay, all right, I'm on it. Come back on next week.
Now,
and
next
you'll be
week
like,
he's gonna be like scruffing out.
But they are the nicest. And speaking
nice.
of scruff and cute,
Okay.
David's brother,
He has a brother.
who he
Is he
says
single?
who he says is the good looking.
he is a good-looking cat.
He's the good
Yeah.
he's the good looking.
Hashtag plug me. Is that what
Man,
we say?
plug yourself.
Plug
Go
yourself.
ahead.
Hashtag
Yeah.
plug me.
Talk
send
right
me
to him.
your number. Like,
And I think he's here visiting, so
He's
Oh,
still in
hey,
LA.
yeah.
I'm
can you
pretty
take me
sure.
back with him? I'll go.
you want to do real estate
You're
in
done
London?
with real estate.
I'm
Yeah,
out.
I'm
I'm out.
You
done.
can do like real estate in England?
I could do both.
Yeah.
I mean, they
David
do both.
and James own a agency over there.
Oh,
There you go.
snap.
It's called Bond Street
Is it Bond Street Partners?
Partners.
Over there?
Yeah.
I like the whole Bond thing. It makes me feel real 007.
Well, Bond Street in London is actually a very prominent street.
Really?
As well, yeah.
I've been to London
very
once, but
prestige.
I don't remember Bond Street.
Very top of the line, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, next time when you go back, maybe with Michael.
Hey.
No.
Maybe with Michael. You can tell us all about it
Yeah.
when you go past there.
When I go get married?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just make sure you take a camera so we can see it.
I always have a camera with me. I'm like this my whole life. Hey.
I'm taking notes about when we discuss fashion from now on, where it goes to. Now we're talking about
Marriage.
fantasies and marriage.
It always goes
And
back
I'm
to
over
marriage.
here like, man, my life. I'm over here going to the gym just for the girls.
Yeah. I mean, we appreciate it.
We do.
Thank you, thank you.
We go to the
Thank you.
salon for you. You go to
True.
the gym for us.
No, I think girls go to the salon for each other. You girls try to show for each other.
And that's kind of a true
Like,
statement.
it's true.
Because our clothes,
Like
y'all
your
don't really
outfits.
care about like
Nah.
what bag we're carrying or
Nah.
whatnot. That's more. But guys, y'all have watches.
Yeah, true.
Y'all's thing is like, oh, what kind of watch is he wearing or whatnot. Girls are like, ooh, what kind of bag is she carrying? So,
I guess because it's the same thing. They both signify, like, or symbolize wealth.
Yeah.
Or if you spend, because, you know, watches can be 50, 60 grand.
super expensive.
That says, oh.
Yeah, I actually almost pointed it out twice during this episode, the watches they were wearing.
Oh,
I'm a
really?
watch guy.
Yeah.
a lot of them wear APs.
Yeah, Josh Altman wore his AP in here.
I
Yeah.
love APs.
I only saw Ublos though.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Well, the APs, you'll always notice them because they have like this kind of like beveled edge and they have little screws in them. Almost like a Cartier type thing.
Okay.
So they have these little
yeah.
screw type things around. And I don't know, I'm a real huge AP fan. AP, if you want to send me a watch, I'll take it.
You need a PO box at this
Yeah,
point.
I
Just
Can
send
you
you all the
just
goodies.
send me stuff? I love swag bags. Like, just send me anything you want to. Well, not anything.
You don't want one of those Nightmare on Elm
knows?
Street
I
that
know.
offer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the house. That's
Yeah.
the house.
Yeah, yeah.
Remember, I was up against that bloody offer of scariness. Who sent that in, I wonder?
Some
A
aspiring
writer.
writer, yeah.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
He had the next installment for Friday the 13th. I mean, no, sorry, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
I mean,
I had all the classics. in
it
my
was
head.
really creative. It really was. And I probably would have like jumped back and been scared too had I opened an envelope that was like bloody and crazy like that.
Then let me ask you.
Okay.
What's the craziest either offer that you've put in or that you've seen?
I would say the craziest offer I've put in, and I work with a lot of developers, so my guys are like, oh, let's make an offer. This property, we'll just call it $1 million for even number's sake. It's $1 million. Let's offer him $700,000, and I'm like, oh. Like,
Yeah, you don't even want to deliver it.
It hurts, but again, they're the boss, you know.
Customer service.
So you're like, all right, I'll type it up. And I tried to advise against it, and my client did it anyways, and it really ticked off the seller, and they wouldn't even respond to us. And then we put in another offer and came up, still wouldn't respond to us. So that was a kind of disappointing and ugly situation, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
The craziest, I haven't really gotten too crazy of an offer. I think the craziest offer experience I had was I got like 14 offers within 7 hours of putting a listing up.
That's awesome.
That's
Literally, it was
ridiculous.
Like my phone was blowing up, my email was blowing
You
up.
were so happy.
And it was the Lakewood house that I was telling you about. It literally went on the market, blew up, and I had 14 offers and like.
That's why
like,
agents were super like, what the hell are you doing?
I know, but I mean, it's the way we advertise. So plug Nest Seekers.
Or is it
love
your fashion?
It's that too.
I think it's the
and this pretty
fashion.
smile.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say that's such a tough problem to have. 14
know.
offers.
I mean, as an agent, it actually is kind of you're like,
Yeah.
oh shit, I gotta look through all of these.
Yeah.
You gotta
Yeah.
like really, because your client's not gonna sit and read word for word. You have to spell it out. So it was like making a list. This is all cash. This
And
is how
checking
many-
it twice.
Yes.
Christmas.
Ho 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 ho. You like my Santa?
But continue, my bad.
I really played into that
It
for
was
you.
good. Yeah, I
Okay.
appreciate the support. Yeah.
So yeah, it gets really tedious to go through all of them. Again, not a bad problem to have, but it's it's
Tedious. You gotta look over
very
everything, yeah.
time consuming and can give you a little bit of a headache.
That's kind of like the list that we saw Josh putting together actually for that Wes Craven house.
Yeah.
It was, they would show it on the screen. Yeah.
They had all the, you just, because a list always helps, at least for me.
Yeah.
I like something visual, tangible that I can hold on to and I can see what the heck is going on. So I think that's always helpful.
Same goes for Santa too. It's Christmas time.
I was gonna say, wait a minute, but we have a couple more shows, so
I know, but it's
Save-
you know,
save
like-
your
right
jokes.
around
She
the
said
corner.
this like several times,
I
and she said
know.
you have to look over it.
But don't get 'em all
yeah,
out
you gotta check
now.
for the naughty and nice.
we're not at Christmas yet. We got a couple more
It's
episodes.
December 15th.
Save them.
It's almost.
Yeah,
What do you have? One more episode till Christmas?
I think 2.
No, it should be one.
Christmas is on Thursday, is it?
Christmas is on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Check your
We
calendar.
got business. We got 17 offers. We don't have time for Christmas.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Guess I need
So
to look at
busy.
a calendar.
But speaking of calendars, you've been in the industry for 3 years now.
Almost, yeah.
Yeah.
Going on.
Applause.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yay. What would you say was the biggest lesson you've learned from like your first year?
Patience. 100% patience. I mean, I think a lot of people approach this thinking it's going to be easy. First of all, getting your license is not easy. I would challenge anyone to go in there and pass the test the first time. I did too. Yes, girl. Women power.
Yeah.
I haven't,
Nick, your
so
turn.
I can't say
I was gonna
anything.
say-
Okay, you're next.
I just enjoy watching.
But yeah, so just even passing the test is a accomplishment in and of itself. But the statistics are 80-20. So 80% of the people that come into this business are not going to be in this business anymore after 1 year. So it really dwindles down. And then year 2, I think, is when you really start seeing yourself make some money. So getting through that first year is really hard. It's hard emotionally. It's hard on the pocketbook. It's hard to keep going and not burn yourself out. So, I mean, for me, when I talk to new agents, I'm like, patience. Don't quit your side job. Have a little patience. Give it all you've got, though. Like, really give it all you've got. And if you can hold in or hold out long enough and really stay in the game, you'll have success. But you have to just make it through that first year. And that's the toughest part. It's the toughest part.
I was gonna say I'm having flashbacks because we've had this conversation multiple times in the office.
I mean, and then I have it with all the agents that come in there, and I really want to give a lot of you guys support because I know, because I wasn't there it was literally a blink of an eye ago, and it was tough, and a lot of people aren't there to support you, and it's hard to get a cheerleader, you know,
Yeah.
and that's what I want to be for a lot of the newcomers, is a cheerleader. Like, you can do this, and if you think even in the slightest bit that you only have 6 months to like try, quit now. Don't even waste your time. Like,
Yeah.
don't waste your time, because you're going to have to really hang in there and ride it out, and ride or die. Like, real estate is ride or die. It is hard, but if you put in the work and you wait it out, you'll get what you want.
Have you been with Nest Seekers since the beginning?
No, I was actually with Keller Williams
Okay.
in the beginning, and I got a lot of awesome training there. I mean, I totally suggest a lot of new agents to go there and learn the game. But just like anything else, you can go to school for something for years, and until you actually are in it, living it, working it,
Yeah.
it's a totally different story. So Keller Williams has great training, but I was just really lucky and blessed to be, kind of scouted by Nest Seekers, and they brought me in at a really awesome
Yeah.
time, and I'm really happy
And newly
there.
established in LA. Newish.
Yeah, I think we've been there about 3 years now. So,
Yeah.
are we going on 4?
I think more 4.
Going on 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a great place, and it's changed a lot over the last year. We got a new broker and things like that. So we've really been building our agency, and we have a family there now. I love my crew.
In the little nest.
In the little nest, we seek homes.
Yeah, we help you find them.
And you like right down the street from Rodeo Realty.
Yeah.
And Mr.
Well, that
Flagg.
whole strip is just real estate row.
Yep.
Oh,
That's the nickname.
I haven't
It's
been
real
paying
estate row.
attention.
Yeah,
I'm trying to
it
find
really
my wife
is.
on that street, so I'm like walking up and down.
Well, you might need to work over to Rodeo. There's a lot of women on that street.
No, it's all tourists. It's a lot of tourists on Rodeo.
I was gonna
Even
say.
Altman had a post on Instagram, a video. He was driving with Elon in his Rolls Royce, and he was like, "We're being tourists today," and they're driving on Rodeo. They're like, "We're tourists."
I mean, you can spot them. They're always out with their cameras and stuff.
I can't, and that's what I always say. I'm like, when does this happen? When are they filming?
What, the tourists?
Oh, you're
No,
talking
I was talking about the
actual
show. Oh, okay.
Oh,
The tourists. The tourists are
what
always
are you
filming. I'm
talking
sorry.
about?
Yeah, the tours are always filming.
Yeah.
You can't miss that.
Yeah.
But the show, I got lucky on a lot of them where we were caravanning, which is you go see all the new open houses for the week or whatnot, and I just so happened to stroll into a couple, and then it worked out that Josh's listing, and I needed that one really bad, but
Yeah.
It's kind of, you just kind of fall into it, and then once they get wind of who you are, they're like, ooh, we like you. They bring you on more.
That's good. Yeah, it's a show in the end,
Yeah.
If you can provide a lot of emotion, maybe some drama here and there,
Yeah.
they'll like you. Wait, you didn't accept my offer? What the heck? They're like, bring her on. Okay. Turn her offer down.
Yeah.
So Nick, that's some inside scoop for you. Go in there like Michael Rappaport or who was the other guy?
Oh yeah, just throw some comedy around.
What's the
Yeah.
life?
Uh-huh.
Life?
Life.
Something life. Oh, I can't remember.
Another
Yoda
cereal.
life.
Oh, Yoda life. Yeah,
that guy.
Yoda
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
Oh,
I like
that
the
guy.
Yota.
So that's what
Yeah.
you got to get up
Very
to.
good
Yeah.
impersonation of him.
I'm an interesting character.
Yeah.
Oh,
And that's what you gotta be.
He was an interesting character.
I saw them at the Grove.
Did you?
Yeah.
Were they like being?
When I talk, they're exactly what you think. Not saying they're bad. They're like very interesting people.
Right.
Cool lifestyle.
Right.
I wouldn't mind being around women like that all the time. And
I know,
your
right?
wife being cool with it. Like,
Yeah.
all right.
That
And
was-
working out and like she's just complimenting your muscle all the time. I'm like, all right.
That is not the life for me.
I was gonna say that's why you go to Equinox, right?
I go to Equinox. I won the
build them
gold
up?
card. That's why.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good thing to win.
You win it?
You want it?
Yeah, you can't buy it.
Oh.
It's like a fitness competition.
I don't know. Equinox is like a whole nother
It's
level.
like I'm the
of
only
gym.
person in LA with it. Plug yourself.
There you go.
Yeah.
Do you get what perks do you get from it?
It's like $12,000 to $15,000 worth of stuff. Like I get a free membership for the whole year anywhere in the world, and
Guests?
I got $1,000. Yeah, I guess I got $1,000 for the store.
Dang.
24 personal training sessions, and
Dang.
So
Like-
well,
How do I get on this list?
you have to win the fitness. It's like I completed the competition in record time and won.
What competition? I can't do anything fitness related. I would just be going to like jog.
Piggyback on me, and
I
then
just
we're
need
gonna
to
go
jog on
through
the
it.
treadmill with my empty ring finger and hope that I find a husband.
Hey, go to WeHo. Go to the WeHo location. There's a lot of people. Lots of guys and girls. It seems like a lot of single and looking to mingle.
Yeah.
See?
Got to get me a gym membership to find
see,
a husband.
you learn multiple things here on the $1 Million
This is
Listing
true.
After Show at AfterBuzz.
Learn about
Come on.
$1 million things.
There you go.
Equinox is $1 million.
I love that sound effect. That was
every
all of
time.
them.
Yeah,
That
every
was
time I go to
awesome.
Equinox too, especially the WeHo location, all these cars are just valeted, like Rolls Royces, Ferraris, Lambos, every time, and these people, and I'm like, there was one guy. He says his license plate on his Ferrari was "Love My Job." And I was like,
That's
"What do
awesome.
you do?" And he said his actual company is like our mugs right here. He gets like mugs and bottles, and then just prints your name on it.
That's it. Like that's it.
I
What?
mean,
Yeah,
people need mugs.
and they're all single. They're all single. I see them. So
Oh.
If you need a
we
guest pass
love
to the
printed
WeHo.
mugs. We love printed mugs.
But you know,
then. That's genius.
that means they have money. That means they might need an agent.
Oh, that's true.
So you can. Well,
Josh
I don't know.
Altman
I don't know
works
if
out at
it's.
the WeHo location.
I don't know if it's smart to mix business with pleasure when it
I
comes to
shouldn't
buying
say
a
that. I don't know
house.
if I should say it.
You gotta close. You gotta close the deal first. Close
And
the
then
deal first, and then dabble.
You can go celebrate
I
together
didn't say that.
and
I did not say that. Rewind.
saying all kinds of things tonight, huh, Angela?
See, that's why Bravo needs you. You just say things.
I
You're good
just
for a
say
show. You need your
crazy
show.
stuff
And that's
all
what
the
we've been
time.
saying. We were like, they need some female energy or women energy. Sorry.
I think
2016.
that,
I mean,
Be
we have
careful what you
we
say.
have Heather,
yeah.
but and I was so oh my god. When Josh's phone rang in the episode tonight, I thought it was gonna be Heather again talking about you need to come home so we can get this baby making going. I'm trying to figure out
I'm
a nice way to say
ovulating,
it.
yeah.
That was so
She's
Wow, chicka,
amazing.
wow, wow.
yeah. But yeah, we're gonna plug for you to
I would love that.
to jump on.
I would absolutely love that. I'm a ham. I say crazy stuff. I mean, yeah, I don't know how much better it could get than me.
Damn. Brush off the shoulder.
A
Yeah.
little dirt off the shoulders.
But Angela, thank you so much for stopping
Thank
by.
you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for watching with us.
I loved it every second
Chatting
of it.
with
Good insight from you, so I appreciate that. You know,
anytime,
different
guys.
angle, the
Yeah.
fashion, the what was it? Fashion. Then we jumped into relationships,
weddings, yeah.
marriage,
That's
dating.
how most of my
Yeah.
conversations go.
I like that.
Yeah.
You're like, can we put an offer on the house? You're like, yeah. But anyway, so I saw this single guy walking down. Do you know anything about him?
I was gonna say the one thing we didn't get to talk about was candles.
Wait, candles. Oh, are you talking about the candle that you love that I
Yeah.
always okay, so
'Cause
there's
she
the wasabi mint candle.
Loves candles.
I
so-
saw it in
Wasabi
a,
candle?
It's a wasabi mint candle.
Yeah?
We saw it in an open house.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we smelt it in an open house and it smells so fabulous like a spa. So I
Yeah.
literally went home and I was like, wasabi mint, Google. And boom. Next
Yeah.
thing you know, I have like 5 of those damn candles in my house.
So maybe keep one of those in your
Yeah.
your bathroom cabinet for when you have a lady over and just
Ooh.
get that going.
That thing's gonna have the price tag on it for like decades,
No.
so don't you worry about
Always
that.
peel the price tags off.
Well, I think it's about time that we head into predictions. I always like to shout out the
Your AfterBuzz
sound effects.
TV
Predictions. Your AfterBuzz predictions.
So, next week we're going to see more of the drama between David, James, and Madison.
Co-listing.
And I can't remember what else there was, but I did want, and we see the proposal finally. Of
They're
course,
teasing it. They're teasing it.
yes.
There's no guarantee that it's next week.
Fingers crossed.
I mean, let's not get my hopes down.
I'm just trying to be
predictions.
realistic.
Okay, so Nick, you go first. What do you think's gonna happen?
I haven't even thought about it yet. I'm gonna think that I do. Okay, I think Josh is gonna sell Elon's house, his property.
Okay.
And then I want to say for 15.5. 15.5 because Josh made the point that look, let's get this one out of the way. We're not gonna make the money that you intended on, but instead of focusing on this, let's focus on the home runs, those big houses, the $40 million houses.
right.
So that's why I think they're gonna do that. Then right after he sells it, Elon's gonna be like, all right, let's move on to the other houses that I'm building. Then all of a sudden, Josh is playing around with the $40 million houses.
Okay,
Okay.
Shablam, shablam.
Angela, you have any predictions?
My predictions are. This is an interesting one. I would say I'm praying at least that we do get the proposal. Okay, so I'm hoping that I'm crying my eyes out all through the next episode. There's got to be a hiccup somewhere because there's always a hiccup somewhere with something, some kind of either.
They'll edit it. They'll edit it in the way that
I think
they'll
he's
be.
not
Okay.
going to get the hotel that he wants to have. Like, I think he won't be the place that he wants to book for the proposal. I think he maybe won't be able to get access to it or something along those lines.
Okay.
Throw a little kink in the story there.
Okay. I'm gonna stick with what I said a couple weeks ago. Even though I know the discussion that we've had tonight about David, James, and Madison, I think there might be a separation there.
Oh,
that
you
One
think
of them,
those things
you
gonna-
think it'll break up?
Just to throw some drama in there, it's probably going to end up where they're going to all sell together and it's going to be fine. But I'm just going to say a crazy prediction would be that it's not going to go well and they're going to have to go their separate ways.
Interesting. Do you think they'll have a real big blow up at like one of the open houses?
See, before I was saying I thought Madison was going to get fired. Like Jerry was going to say,
Yeah.
you're causing too much static. I don't
Yeah.
want
Yeah.
that. But now I just think they might come to a mutual decision just to say, let's just shake hands and walk away. Because I'm still waiting for when David was here, I think he mentioned a deal that didn't go so well.
Maybe
And so
that's
I
what he
keep
was
thinking
hinting
it's
at.
that one. Yeah, but maybe the didn't go so well has
That's
already
the
happened.
buzz. That's the after buzz.
Yeah.
You know the
So-
inside scoop.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
But I don't know. We'll have to tune in next week to see.
Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, thank you
Yeah,
so
thank
much.
you. Thank
Angela,
you so much.
let everybody know where you can be found.
I'm basically Angela Scott Ari across the board. You can type that in Twitter,
Fellas,
Instagram.
listen up.
Yeah, that's right. Find me. Propose to me. I'm waiting.
Don't stop. Just find,
Don't
at
stalk
an open
me.
house, something
I
like
have
that.
enough. Yeah, we don't need that.
Yeah, you got enough of that going on.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course.
You can find me at Nick Mardi 13 and the latest Late Show on YouTube if you want a little bit of goofiness.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Again, I'm your host, Erica Shannon. You can find me on Twitter at Miss Airy Baby, on Instagram at the Erica Shannon. That's Erica with the C. And don't forget to comment down below if you're watching us on YouTube, rate us on iTunes, and we're also on AfterBuzzTV.com. And we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.